So welcome aboard Salerno 2. It's the 31st of August, it's a Friday, it's lovely and sunny as you can see. It's just coming up to 20 to 2 and handover is complete. So before I unpack everything and mess up everywhere without all of my stuff, I thought I'd show you around this boat. It's a Bounty 30 foot long, 30 foot wide, and it represents brilliant value for money. Out of season this boat comes in at £315 a week. But what do you get for that? Well, it's time for the boat review. So here we are on board Salerno 2 and I'm going to walk you through some of the features, some of the home from home comforts. So let's begin at the front of the boat with this very nice proportioned outside well where you can sit. Great for kids, they can be outside but they can be safe. Great for pets as well, for the same reasons, but also for fishermen because you also have a nice little outside light here, and of course when you're moored up this is a great place to stow your stuff and sit and see what you can catch. Coming into the saloon of the boat then, it's nice to see that we have some easy clean lino but also some of the soft stuff, some nice carpet, very well proportioned soft seating. This whole area pulls out to become a very large, very long double bed. You've also got a full sliding sunroof, which on a day like today is lovely. This boat's 12 volts, but you get a 15-inch flat screen TV, a stereo radio CD player. You also get Webestro heating. Now I'm not sure if this will work as intended. Some boatyards disable the thermostat, but the idea is that this is variable. So you can have it on full, or if that gets a bit warm you can turn that down and it will then consume less fuel and give off less heat. That switches it on. You got your 12 volt cigarette lighter adapter for charging your phone. This has been refurbished, this boat, so it's got a new Nanny engine which should prove reliably quiet propulsion. Got a folding table for your evening meals, good amount of lighting as you can see, and then we move through to the galley, which while small is perfectly formed. There's a great load of storage. We've got a new modern fridge, we've got a nice sink, just a 2-burner hob, grill and oven, but you know it's ideal. You know, you do your breakfast, you can cook a meal in there. Again, great lot of storage space. Some bigger boats don't have even this much. Very nice spaced heads or toilet and shower compartment, and this, by the way, is probably the largest, bold, most domestic looking toilet I've seen on a boat. Very nice it is too. A small but very deep sink. This is also the shower, as you can see. You can pull that out so it doubles up and you just clip it up here. Nice mirror, cup, soap dish, so that's lovely in there. And then just coming through to the back cabin, you've got a nice double bed here. Again, loads of storage, full chest of drawers, full height wardrobe, and then a single bed that is tucked here. Now the engine on this boat is actually outside, it's just under this cover here. So it is a hydraulic drive, and that will mean that some fuel efficiency is lost. It will eat more diesel than a shaft driven boat. It shouldn't be too much. I'll let you know what the fuel consumption figures are. I'm only having the boat for 3 days. So I'm going to award this boat 8 points out of 10, which is quite a high rating, but let's face it, this is a great looking boat, it's well kept, it's got a nice lot of features on board, and it represents great value for money. It'd be ideal for a couple or a small family, and it would be great for a first timer new to boating or those less able, because it's one floor level throughout, it's got a low freeboard, it'll pass under all of the bridges. It's basically all of the boat that you could ever want for 315 quid a week. It's brilliant, get on booking it. So as you can see, welcome aboard Salerno 2. It's exactly 2 o'clock and we've just left Richardson's, and I don't know if you can catch that on the radio. That's Richardson's. Brought me radios along. It's always good fun just listening to what's going on. So heading down the Ant, no need for a trial run. Very helpful chap that talked me through the boat and helped me out. Got a couple of extra blankets because the old evenings have suddenly turned a bit chilly to late. We've been used to humid and warm, and now it's sort of 13 and 12 degrees at night. So first impressions of the boat, lovely, great value for money. I'll talk more about the boat, show you through the boat later on, maybe later today, maybe tomorrow. So point of today's cruise is going to be a bit of a long one. Not really an epic cruise, but as far as the average holiday maker who might take their boat over from Richardson's at Stalham and make for, say, Ludham, I'm going to be going all the way to Wroxham tonight and mooring in Barnes Brinkcraft. I'll be checking space and availability. A little good tip here on the Barnes Brinkcraft webcam, just to see what moorings are available. If it is exceptionally full, I'll avoid the area and instead not go to Wroxham tonight. Stop off at Horney, mooring in the boatyard. But it's a good tip because it gives you an idea of what's happening, what's available, how much space have you got, etc. And it's all accessible on your smartphone. So here we are, just moored on Barton Broad, and I'm going to be getting on underway again shortly. The reason why I just stopped off here is because on the motorway, as you can see, and just incidentally for other Broads users, you can moor on Barton Broad on the motorway just outside of the navigation post. Don't worry, where we are right now, we're still quite away from the sides. You're not going to run aground, okay? The reason why I stopped here was to fit something to the boat. It's a reversing camera. So we can now see, here is the screen, there's the guidelines, there's the back of the boat, and this is for cars and lorries. It's 12 volts, it just plugs into the cigarette lighter on the boat, and the total cost for the colour TFT screen, which has got 2 inputs, you could also, I don't know, use this to run your DVD player off, and the camera and the cables, £39. So this sort of thing could be standard fit on a boat for 40 quid, but it does help in the bathtub's stern mooring abilities that we're going to need later on. So for now on Barton Broad, day 1 of the Captain's Blog continues. So that is the end of the day really. It's 5 minutes to 6 and I didn't go to Wroxham because I checked on the Barnes Brincraft webcam and the basin was full. So I've decided instead not to go to Wroxham but to come to the boatyard here in Horning and more up here, take my time to unpack and then head off into Horning for an evening meal and then get up early tomorrow and go into Wroxham. And of course tomorrow is the 1st of September, which means that NorfolkBroadsLive.com is having its one day only live broadcast. So that's something that's happening tomorrow. By the time, of course, you're watching this, that will have all happened. But let me just show you round the boat on the outside so you get an idea of what this boat is like on the outside. So here we are at the stern of Salerno. This is number 2 in the class. And I'll just show you, this is the reversing camera here. This particular one has already been in the water overnight at Reedham, but being waterproof, it survived. That's a sun shield, you can direct it up and down. It's got LEDs for night vision. I've just put it on here with some easy peel off PVC tape and it's fine. Just run the cable down and inside. This is a floating pontoon, so it's a bit crazy to walk over. And this is how she looks from the side. So not very big, just 30 foot, 12 foot wide. Simply bedroom, toilet, saloon. The engine is in here, so it is a hydraulically driven boat, the drive. But it's a modern nanny, so it's quiet. That's your gas locker, 2 gas bottles. But well looked after, in good nick. It's been through the summer season, and out of season, price band A, you're looking at £315, or maybe less. It could be 311 for a week. And these are these noisy beasts, the emperors from the boat, which always look quite nice, well kept. And then here's a Tamarisk class, which is a bit like, well, identical to San Julian that I had earlier in the year in April. So yeah, they both look after their boats. But there's an intruder in the place, a Richardson's. So basically, over there you've got reception at the boat, and just next to it is some toilets, if you prefer a proper toilet than a boat toilet. And then just here, that's Freedom Boating Holidays. And then a little way over there, just a walk, maybe 10 minutes, you've got the Ferry Inn, which is where I'll be heading for tonight's meal. As you can see here at the boat's boatyard, these are all private moorings. When this was in the hands of Frank Wilde, this was all his Bermudas, Caribbeans, Bahamas, Calypsos. And then of course it became Horning Pleasure Craft, which by name at least still survives, and that's part of the Richardson's group. But since the boat's taken over, they've obviously thought, well, we can let those go, earn some money on those. And someone's very lucky to own one of those as a private boat. Very spacious. Always sort of remind me of a dolphin, the way I don't know why, a platypus or something. The bow and the windows. But anyway. And it's a very quiet, nice boatyard tomorrow in here. And in the morning, the water pump, the water hose, is right where you need it. Till tomorrow then. Bye for now.